Dose, where have you been? You haven't been doing KDA videos. You haven't been doing crypto videos in general. What the hell's going on? Are you still holding KDA? I'm still holding KDA. I'm still holding a lot of these altcoins that I've been holding throughout the year. Now, the big question is how far is KDA going to go on this pump? You guys can see right here that Kadena is actually having one of the best pumps on the monthly time frame we have seen since November. Now, these pumps don't usually end up with another pump in the next month. They usually end up with a dump, unfortunately. We saw what happened right here when we saw, back in 2023 of December, we saw KDA pumping and of course followed by a dump. And then we saw KDA pumping in November followed by a dump. And the big question is, will this be a legit pump? Are we going to see 2 monthly consecutive candle or 2 consecutive monthly candles going to the upside? We're going to be talking about that in just a second. But obviously, what really is going to affect all this is Bitcoin. You guys can see right here that Bitcoin is still technically in a downtrend on the weekly time frame. Despite Bitcoin being at $95,000, you guys can see right here that we are still in a downtrend. And if Bitcoin does get rejected right here, like we saw right here and right here, or previously in this resistance right here, we could actually see Bitcoin coming back down to as low as $72,000, or even lower than that, maybe right here, which is $72,000. And of course, that wouldn't be so good for KDA, right? Another thing is the Bitcoin dominance, guys. The Bitcoin dominance is absolutely flying on the monthly time frame. You guys can see that the Bitcoin dominance keeps on going up. So no, it's not just KDA. You got cryptos like Ethereum, Solana absolutely getting destroyed, Trump coin, Cardano, XRP, Sui, Pepe. I mean, all these coins, guys, are pretty much down, 50 to 70%. KDA, surprisingly, right now today is actually a top gainer, 15%. Yes, 15%. We haven't seen these type of gains on KDA in quite some time. You guys can see right here that even the top cryptocurrencies, or some of the best and most hyped, are not even as high as KDA. So besides CDIS, KDA is a top gainer on this list right here. You guys can see I have over like 50 cryptos or maybe 40 cryptos in this list right here, this watch list. And Kadena is currently a top gainer in the last 24 hours, up 15.8%, with the market cap sitting at $202 million. Of course, the 24-hour traded volume is sitting at $22 million. This is, we want to see usually 10% of the market cap being traded, if not more. The fact that we're seeing $22 million is good. Obviously, Binance Futures is helping with that a lot. And pretty much that's about it. So this is the monthly time frame on KDA, guys. Are we in an altcoin season like everyone is saying? Well, we had a look at the Bitcoin dominance a few seconds ago, and I don't think we're in an altcoin season just yet. We are actually in Bitcoin season, and this is the lowest the altcoin season index chart has actually been. You guys can see right here that the Bitcoin season chart is currently sitting at 16. So we are not even close to an altcoin season. And obviously, I don't really want to look at the altcoin season chart because that's not really accurate. What I really want to look at is the altcoin year chart. And altcoin year hasn't really been an altcoin season since, I believe, 2001 or 2021, 2022. We haven't seen that type of altcoin season. And this is really what I want to see. I want to see this chart, not the altcoin season, not the monthly altcoin season chart, because we've seen a few peaks above it. I want to see this chart going up, and we have not even been close. So we've still been in a bear market, guys, for altcoins. A lot of people think that we've had a bull market. We actually have not had a bull market for altcoins, and it's probably the first time since the existence of crypto that we have not had a bull cycle by now, because we know it's usually every 4 years, right? And we have not yet had a bull cycle in a very long time. And you guys can see this is the all-time chart right here since 2018 of the altcoin season since it existed, right? You guys can see right here we have not had it. I mean, this is the longest time ever. 2022 all the way to 2025. We are nearing at the half of 2025, yet we have not seen an altcoin season. Obviously, it's going to take some time before this goes up. We're going to have to see, but altcoins against Bitcoin, guys, keep on getting demolished, keep on getting destroyed, and this is not what we want to see, and that's including KDA. Now, I'm not trying to be the bad news bears, guys, and say that, oh, KDA after every monthly time frame that we have, or a big one, it usually dumps. It just sounds like exit liquidity to me. It sounds like KDA is pumping, or someone is pumping it, maybe whales, maybe the team, and then after that, the following month, they just keep on dumping it, and that's not really what we want to see. And you guys can see right here, we had it every time we have a strong monthly candle, we usually dump. Why is it like that? Why is it every time we have a strong monthly time frame, we always have to dump? And yes, this was a strong one. We went from $1.54 to to $2, right? That's a 50-cent increase. Okay, the same thing we had right here, from 85 cents all the way up to as high as 130 or $1.32. Why every time we have these big pumps on KDA, we have to dump the next month? Why can we have 2 monthly consecutive candles and big candles going to the upside? If we have a look right here, the stochastic RSI on the bigger time frame, you guys can see right here, not only the relative strength index, guys, is like really oversold, one of the most oversold we've seen, but we're also in a bullish divergence. Okay, so you guys can see right here, we are making lower lows on the chart, but we're also making higher lows on the regular RSI, which is a bullish indicator. It means that, you know, KDA is ready to essentially freaking fly. But we also saw it right here. I mean, we saw it right here. I mean, so it's going to be very interesting to see what happens. If we have a look right here at the regular stochastic RSI, right? So let me just pull up the regular stochastic RSI. It looks like KDA is, it looks like it wants to come back down. I don't want to say it's overbought, but it looks like it does want to come back down. We're going to have to see what happens here. And of course, every time frame does tell a different story. Every chart and every, you know, indicator does tell a different story. But we're going to have to see what happens on the weekly time frame. It looks like we are already overbought. How is this even possible? Well, you know how, you know what they say, stairs up, elevators down, and this is exactly what is happening. Stairs up, elevators down, stairs up, elevators. That's not what we want to see. So pretty much that's what's happening right now on KDA. Obviously not the best news. You guys can see right here, we are pretty much overbought right here on the regular stochastic RSI. We know what happens when we're overbought on the stochastic RSI right here. We essentially dumped all the way from 52 cents all the way to 34 cents. So like I said, guys, I'm not trying to be here the bad news bears. I'm not going to be selling any KDAs because obviously everything's going to depend on Bitcoin. If Bitcoin keeps on pumping, then obviously these stochastic RSI are going to be invalid and it's not going to really matter. But if Bitcoin does dump and if Bitcoin does get rejected right here, if Bitcoin does get rejected right here at the resistance that we essentially drew earlier, which is something like that, then that's going to be obviously bad news bears, not only for Bitcoin, but it's going to be bad news bears for altcoins as well. So we're going to have to see what happens here. We're going to have to keep an eye on Bitcoin, guys. The new week just started. We're going to have to see how the stock market opens in about 2 hours. If we have a bullish pump on the stock market, you could expect, you know, Bitcoin and altcoins to pump. If we have a dump, you could expect Bitcoin to pump, to dump. That's, you know, a lot of things are gonna, you know, matter on that. But Bitcoin is in a broadening wedge, guys. You guys can see this is a descending broadening wedge, pretty much the same pattern that we saw right here back at the beginning of the year, or the end of the year, before essentially pumping all the way to all-time highs to $109,000. So that's my video, guys, on KDA. I'm not selling any KDA. I will not be selling any of the altcoins. You guys need to calm down. I'm gonna start doing videos daily again, hopefully. If you guys do like this video, don't forget to smash that subscribe button, leave a like, and I will see you guys